Welcome to City and Snow. This is a modified Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Let's Play podcast. I'm Lizzie, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm your delicious ramen egg.
Hi, my name is Anna, she, her. I play Ilavara, who is dealing with the repercussions of an escaped criminal, and she uses she, her pronouns.
I'm Lane, I use she, her pronouns, and I play Hannah Mothwatcher, who might have gotten a bit of a crush last session.
Hi, I'm Izzy, they, them. I play Yor, a Tiefling Paladin, and last time they were the voice of humanity, though it let Zerabel have a nice opportunity to abscond.
Hello, my name is Miranda, they, them, and I play Six, Tabaxi Sorcerer, who last time relied on Yor as his conscience, and he uses he, him pronouns.
So, last time the party deliberated on the status of Zerabel before turning in for the night in the laundry and bathhouse of the First Bastion Mercenary Company. After promising to stay, she disappears in the night, leaving behind a chalk message and a single solitary sending stone. The party split up. Ilavara started to hunt for the missing captive. Six and Yor debated borrowing the Lorekeeper spellbook from Ilavara's pack, and all of the moral problems aforementioned. And Hannah helps a very nice tiefling named Connie prepare breakfast.
Healing eggs.
De-shelling. The party joins in a meeting run by Hyacinth, who outlines what materials are needed for a reincarnation ritual to bring back the Master Spellwright. And that's where we begin. So far, Hyacinth outlined what needed to be done. We haven't really discussed what those are, where those are, who wants to do it. There are certain things that she needs done by other people. For example, she needs people to write down 100 memories. 100 memories of the Master Spellwright. And I believe, maybe with one exception, I don't think any of you have really met him while he was alive. So...
Can I take my one memory and split it into, many tiny memories? We made eye contact. We approached each other. He shook my hand.
Yeah, my only memory is of finding him dead in a room.
Yeah, that's not necessarily the type of memory that'll help a soul come back to the body. But, yeah, so, Hyacinth needs people to go to the house of the Master Spellwright and retrieve precious oils, which he very specifically kept with his own stuff for the ritual. And implied that this Halros, that Master Spellwright, was the one who would send out messages to other people, so they don't have the ability to do that right now, especially not with Tabith Daniel, Six's uncle, Master Dragonheart, currently taking a nap because it was a long night. So they need to contact JT and Marrow, just two separate things. And the other possible thing was contacting the Guild of Rangers, the Shadow Stalkers, about the trolls that were left at Fort Waterdown. So, what do you want to do as a party? Talk amongst yourself. Feel free to ask questions. This is still breakfast time, so take a Danish.
So I think Six is going to be pretty interested in advocating for those trolls. But in the meantime, he also remembers that the clock is ticking on the spell he casts of comprehend languages, and that there is a small window of time where he can read any language he wants. But, I mean, he could do it again sometime. He can just cast a spell again, I guess. So it's not really that much of a ticking clock. But he's like, by the way, Ilvara, could I have a look at that spell book? No reason. I can't... okay, yes, there is a reason. It's because I cast the Comprehend Languages spell. And I just want to look. I will not utter what I read aloud.
Ilvara just puts the Danish in her mouth.
Does anyone else want me to translate anything?
Staring at Six with this very, like, narrowed eyes, thoughtful expression with her mouth full. No.
Okay. Anyone else? I'm a polyglot for the next 10 minutes. No one? Okay, then.
you did say that they would try to help, like, wingman him on this decision. Suyur looks beside them at Ilvara and tries not to be rude where they're eating, but I was like, well, Six and I were talking, and we thought it might be fun to learn what the book has around in it, not to, like, do anything with it, but...
No, of course not.
Just for the laughs, and it'd be useful to learn more about this shady lore keeper lady.
If we find out that there's something useful in there, like, I don't know, if we ever find ourselves in a situation where we need an otherworldly friend to come visit from another dimension, I think knowing that we have access to such spellery, knowledge is power, don't you know?
I'll just look at Yor and then to Six, cross my arms. There is no laughs or usefulness in a book of evil.
No, I suppose you're right. Oh, well.
But if Yor thinks it could be a wise idea...
Hey, whoa.
I will just...
Wait a minute.
I will just flip through. I promise I'm just gonna skim.
Is Yor backing out of this agreement?
Yor's like thinking to themselves, like, yeah, I just want to be a buddy about this, but...
I'm not that good at reading anyway. I can skim like a pro.
Only where we can watch. And then I have my bag, so I will hand the book over across the table. And not at breakfast.
Okay. Six just shoves an egg in his mouth so he can finish breakfast as quickly as possible. Just like an entire egg.
The last decision that you were broke led to the thing that happened that people didn't like, so.
Aww. Pat pat.
Pat pat.
Thank you, Yawn.
You're just like, not like, what's the word? Not suspiciously, but just like, to themselves, but it's obvious that they're like derailing from this thing that just happened, just like shoving food in their face.
So, when we're done with breakfast, and I finished flipping through the book, just planning ahead, what do we think we want to do?
Should we follow up with your uncle?
You could do that. What were the list of tasks again? There was going to the house of the spellwright for the oils. Was there something else in the house? Or just the oils?
Yes. The ritual requires objects that were personal or well used by the deceased, that objects that were related to the elements. So Hyacinth mentioned she already has, like, his favorite mug is going to represent water. I think she suggested maybe finding one of his pipes for fire. So that still leaves air and earth.
Okay. And
Well, he's all out of air now.
Ayo.
Well, it's gonna be interesting. So, the ritual is kind of like making a body, remaking the body in a way. So, some of the oils and the items, while they have spiritual significance, the oils are also used kind of like, don't want to compare it too much to like making a mummy, but I think of it like Full Metal Alchemist, but druids. So, for better or worse, that's how I consider it. Yeah.
I like it. So we have the House of the Spellwright.
You have JT and Marab. So MAROB and just the letters JT.
Oh, JT.
And that requires following up unless you just want to go for it. And then there's the Guild is the last one.
Okay. So I think maybe we could start off with JT and Marab. That seems like a pretty straightforward thing. Weren't we just dropping off Cheery at Marab's?
She had volunteered, and Hyacinth had told her that this is not a great time.
Yeah, and then Carpathius was like, Carpathius is too busy, and then
yeah, because he has to catalog all the jewelry stuff.
In character.
Yes, go for it.
So Hannah probably, like, after all this discussion happens, breakfast finishes or whatever, I just, we've got a lot of options. I don't particularly know which one is the most important, but I will follow your lead on this. You are the more clever ones.
We're the what?
The more clever ones.
Oh.
What?
Six is just, like, trying to decide if he should say something. He's like, now, Hannah.
Yes?
You're clever in other ways, and we love you.
This takes me back to when I was 7. Stop treating me like a fucking child.
Okay.
I tried to compliment you, and you threw that at me. Don't do it again.
We just don't like when you compliment us at your expense, Hannah.
Yes, what yours said. And, you know, as I have demonstrated, you can do many things that I cannot. Like, lift anything.
She just, like, rubs her eyes, and she goes, all I was trying to say is that I will defer my decision to whichever you think is most urgent, okay?
Well,
we are all still sitting at the table together, right? I'm not putting in. Okay.
Yeah. I think at this point, of anyone, Teva's starting to put together a big dish with assorted things. Either Teva's eating a second breakfast or bringing stuff back for Tabathaniel.
Teva is a secret
definitely
hobbit.
pouring, like, just downing whatever has caffeine right now. It's been rough.
We may want to go to the home, since the doppelganger may have gone there already.
One thing. Let me flip through that book, please.
Oh, you can do it on the way.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hannah can carry 6 on her back.
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely never.
Hannah, I am...
Literally no.
Hannah, I am sorry for patronizing you. I did not intend it that way. I apologize. I'm sorry.
She just picks him up in a big hug.
Oh! Oh!
Sets him back down. Don't do it again.
I won't. I promise. I won't. Okay, now give me that book.
Hannah, you catch Connie smiling at you and then looks away really quickly when she notices you saw her smile.
The party will notice Hannah's gone completely red at this.
Yeah.
I'm too busy watching Six with the
is
book.
like, time is ticking. So Six doesn't notice that Hannah's gone red either. He's like, time is ticking. I need to read that book. Or cast the spell again.
He was doing that thing where you're going behind people at a table and just apologizing the whole time and then sneaking out. So
if I flip through the book real quick, what do I see? Like, if I land on a random page, and I'm like, okay.
Do you have your spell up?
The spell for comprehend languages?
Yeah,
I can get that up.
Okay. Could I get a 1d20?
The spell, I can read it as long as I'm touching the text. Do I add any modifiers to that d20?
No. Nope. Just d20. Just totally normal and fine d20.
Maybe the spell is wearing off.
So, with a 3, you flip through the book. Nothing happens. The book is a mystery to you. And you don't really have a memory of what you may or may not have read.
Whoa.
Yep.
I am...
Get fucking wrecked.
Six just hands the book back to Illivar, and he says, perhaps another time. I, don't have time for leisurely reading right now. We must go.
Can I do an insight to your reaction right now?
Deception versus insight. Deception versus insight.
I want to do it. I want to see it. I want to see where that insight goes. Roll them. PvP enacted in this area. Let's go.
I got a 9.
A 9 for
Do I roll
insight.
something?
Let's see, deception.
Deception.
Yeah?
Gonna kick my ass.
Maybe.
Another
God.
9 for deception.
What happened now? Doesn't the defending person get in a...
Bluff meets bluff.
I'm pretty sure it's attacker wins.
But who's the attacker in this situation?
Sure.
The insight?
Illivar is...
Yeah?
Well, that's fine. Illivar, I wasn't even gonna, actually, try to deceive you. Thought I was being really obvious, but...
It was. I was just making sure.
That was fun, nonetheless.
Okay.
So...
I mean, she could have taken it as you're being awkward. Anyway.
Might not be false. Might also not be false.
True. Six, are you okay?
The spell wore off. So that's nothing.
Now
no,
that's
the
a
spell
lie.
wore off. I swear. I am suddenly feeling very dyslexic for languages that I normally cannot read, which is just being normal again.
Didn't you not just brag to everyone you are a
polyglot?
What did
you
say?
What the fuck are you saying?
I don't think he knows.
It just happened, okay?
What was in the book?
Scribbles! I told you, I'm like I can't read, like a person who can't read languages they normally can't read.
She just takes the book and she's just kind of shaking it at him. This is why evil stays in the bag.
That well-known saying.
And cats are out of bags.
And cats are out of bags.
We all know. Evil.
The book back in her bag.
Another chance later on, I can cast a spell and read the book when the spell is fresh. That's the thing. The spell has a time limit. It has nothing to do with my skills.
Everyone knows spells degrade over time. It's
of course.
Can I do an Arcana check
for
to
what?
know if spells just degrade over time?
Duration 1 hour on the spell. I don't know if it would.
They don't if you're good. that what you do?
I mean, does it just end abruptly after 1 hour, or does it... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just...
It's okay. I prefer that 6 is floundering.
I just thought, honestly, it would be, like, tapering off a little bit at the end, but...
one thing that 6 does get with that role, the book doesn't have a name on its cover, so there isn't like a title on the cover.
What's on the cover? Is it just a symbol?
It's just a plain book.
Oh, okay, well, I could have gotten that without the comprehend
But
languages.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing like extra there or secret there. It's just like, nope, don't know the name of it. Okay, so did we decide what we want to do, where we want to go, and...
Well, as we're getting up, actually,
okay. Yeah.
I'll just kind of like touch yours arm to get them to stop for a second. You should probably look at 6 soon.
Look at him?
The book got to his head.
Oh.
That's fair.
Can 6 try to hear this with his cat ears?
Guys, we gotta move on. I love you all.
We'll put a pin in this.
RP.
I know.
Too much RP.
I'm gonna stealth whisper.
Stealthy whispers.
Nice.
I'm whispering into yours ear.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm just talking.
Okay.
In a low tone.
6 is just frustrated. It's like, how?
Or possessed by the evil spirit trapped in the book.
Oh, well, I guess that's a possibility. I can't say for sure.
Which is why the paladin should detect evil on you. Wait, is that still a thing?
Yeah, I think that's a passive actually for the
Fine.
paladins. There's detect good and evil as a spell. Protect from good and evil, but I believe paladins get that as a...
Paladins get divine sense, which is detecting celestial fey, fiends or undead within a radius.
Yeah. You do not detect that some sort of thing has come out of this book and implanted itself into 6. That specific circumstance, not detected.
He's fine.
Yes.
I got my eye on you, 6.
6 sneezes. God bless me. Well, what are we going to do now? I suggest either we go see this JT and Merab, or else we go advocate on the case of the trolls with the Shadowstalker Guild.
Well, the trolls can wait a little bit.
I agree.
I think one of the other two is a little more urgent. Maybe getting these oils first. Because, like someone said, the shapeshifter may have been there.
I think that's a good idea.
Well then, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
So, on your way out, Hyacinth catches up with you and gives you a little bit of a speech about how now you know secrets, so you really, really would appreciate if those secrets don't get around a lot, so...
By tomorrow morning, I will have forgotten most of them.
As Elthana's descendant, I swear on my ancestry to keep your secrets safe.
Oh. Well, that's very serious, and I believe we can... Okay, I believe that. Okay, so at this point, I think I'm going to go prepare the body a bit. She points at Cheery and Connie and says, "You two start writing. I do need 100 exact, so do your best. Don't make them too unhappy. We want this to be good memories. good memories for a soul to remember, right? Okay. Okay, is there anything else I can help you with before you go?
I had a thought. Would you be able to give us some sort of, documentation to say that we are going to the Spellwright's house to pick up these oils? Because otherwise it will be very suspicious.
Oh, good point. Well, I know he had an assistant that took care of the shop while he was away. So I'll just write down a note, and if you hold on for just 5 minutes, I'll go put a seal on it, and that'll make it very official. How's that?
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Good idea, Hannah.
Yeah.
She just beams a bit to herself.
Six is just like, he's smiling because, like, Hannah's got all these great ideas, but he's trying not to say anything that's patronizing. He's like, look at you. Nah, but yeah, he's, well, never mind. I'm not gonna say his thoughts out loud because that's silly. You guys can't read my thoughts.
No, you're the only one that can read thoughts.
Yeah.
This is a one-sided.
I can read others' thoughts, and I tend to generally project my thoughts very loudly for everyone to hear. But in this case, I will not. I am restraining myself.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just wait around for like 5 minutes or so for Hyacinth to get back. And Hannah's going to keep occasionally looking over at Tommy. It's trying to be subtle.
You're not.
She's doing some writing with Cheery, and just every so often you'll meet eyes by accident. And the guy who is standing in the back starts clearing the table and bringing stuff into the kitchen. Hyacinth comes back around and hands a letter over to Hannah across the table.
Who proudly takes it.
Yeah. It is sealed with a dark red wax and the tower symbol that is emblematic of the First Bastion Mercenary Company. The Rook.
She just bows slightly and goes, thank you. I guess we're off now then. And turns around and goes.
Okay.
I guess
we
follow
where she's
Hannah.
going. So
yeah, where are you going?
So she's like, as she gets out, she'll stop and go, and wait for the others.
Six sort of lines up behind her like a little duckling.
6, are you familiar with this location?
Okay, so 6 does know this, and I think it's possible that Ilavara might know too. But the funny thing about the Master Spellwright is that he's one of the only ones that where his full name and identity and personal history are kind of known to the city because he's from the city. He originated in the city, he's part of the Mages Guild, and he is also part of the Mercenary Company. So he's that hometown boy type of thing, and he opened up a magic shop.
Is that the same as his house?
Yes.
Okay.
He lives there.
So, I'm guessing even if I don't remember exactly the way to the house, I could be like, I remember the shop's name was blah blah blah, and then go on the street and be like, hey, which way to blah blah blah.
Give me a history check to see how well you remember this stuff.
18.
Hey, not bad.
18. Yeah, you remember exactly where it is. You've probably been there a couple times. Maybe not recently, but you know it well enough to know what kind of stuff you can get there in general. So,
did I meet the Master Spellwright while I was there?
I'm gonna say yes. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got another memory. I just remembered.
Yes.
Hyacinth, I need paper. No, I don't know. Can I just jot that down real quick?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Six does that, and he just leaves it, I guess, with Connie. It says, "Hand this to Hyacinth later. It is a memory." It just says, took my coin at his store.
Okay, less awkward. Okay, I'll do that, says Connie. So, are you doing anything on your way over there? Like, are you just taking main roads? Are you taking a roundabout way? Are you taking any specific precautions, or are you just going very quickly? Describe what method you all use to get there. So,
yeah, fastest direction, I suppose, like that I would feel safe taking.
okay. The shop is located in the Shannon's Roost district in the northern part of the city. This is generally the old slums, and you need to walk through the slant districts to get there. So you are walking through the bad part of town, more or less. I think a couple of you might live here. Yeah. So the mercenary company lives all the way at the southern part in the Garden Heights district, I believe. So you would need to go north through the bad part of town.
Wait, we're walking through the bad part of town?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the fastest and most direct way to go.
Okay.
Yep. It most certainly is.
I don't know that.
That is the district that Yor lives in, yep.
Mm-hmm. I think Yor might be just right on the edge. You might actually pass where Yor lives. So that's neat. Just wave. Wave on your way across. Okay, could everyone give me a perception check?
Maybe.
Hey, nice.
Wow. Hey, natural 20.
Very nice.
23.
I cry.
Oh, 13.
Well, I got 22 total.
So I got 22 total.
Mm-hmm. Those are excellent.
Nice.
It's just Yor who's a little distracted.
Excellent perception rolls.
Boulevard vigilant.
On your way, something you notice is that there are just people hanging out in street corners, walking around, and they do stare at you a little bit. They probably stare less at Yor because Yor's kind of around here, but Yor is still relatively new to the neighborhood. You're not like a born and bred here type person. So one thing you notice, especially anyone who isn't Yor, is that these people all have the same tattoo amongst their tattoos as Zirabel did. You're able to kind of just clock that as you're walking by.
We're gonna get shanked.
And I think you're able to, because, yeah, that's more than 20 on those. You're also able to recognize, or at least be able to remember some of the locations where those people were hanging out.
I might remember, but I don't care, so I don't remember.
That's how it goes sometimes.
So if asked, Hannah can recall it, but if not, just disappears out of her brain.
Six is gonna walk up to Ilavar and be like, "What do you think of that?"
Suspicious.
Indeed. If I were to get a tattoo, how would it work?
They would shave you.
It's a sphinx.
Oh, right. Well, he's got a little bit of fur.
He's just he's got a little bit of fur, but he's not a sphinx. His uncle's a sphinx.
Oh, I thought he was a sphinx.
No,
okay.
I've been saying this. He does look like a sphinx
so
a little
too.
bit in the first drawing I did, but he was like one of those Dumbo ear cats.
Okay.
With very thin
one of the ones
fur.
that look like Adam Driver.
Yes.
He's like,
Yeah.
got a thin coat.
So, located in the Shannon Juice District, North City, around the corner from the Market Bridge, is a vertical building with a clear sign that reads, The Eclectic Eccentric, Artifacts, Inks, and Oddities. The building has a large window on one side with a display that includes an overgrown plant, a large terrarium with glowing moss and small insects, and trays of multicolored sand in bowls on barrels.
If I look at the terrarium, do I recognize any of the species?
Ooh, give me a nature check, please, or an arcana check. Ooh, already got that one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, surprisingly well, considering I have poor nature. So, 16.
Yes, you recognize some of the things as grasshoppers, crickets, small beetles, small insects. None of them are particularly carnivorous. They are all used in various spells.
Interesting.
There's a little landing with a door on the right as you face the building. Overall, the buildings in this area are not as run down as the surrounding area. Because it's near the bridge, there's a lot more pedestrians walking by. So this is actually situated in a decent place without being in the hoity-toity neighborhoods. There is a closed sign in the door. And an alley on the left, I should say, between the buildings.
So I think Hannah would immediately go up to the door.
Okay.
Look at it, see the closed sign and go, it's closed for today. Where was the other places we need to go?
Hannah, the shopkeeper is dead. It's closed forever. We can go in anyway.
Didn't he have other employees?
Do I know that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he did have, one
We had the assistant.
Oh. Well, I could contact his assistant for the key.
We could knock.
We could knock.
Elvira's gonna knock.
No.
Okay. No, Hannah beats her to it.
There is no answer.
We could try to pick the lock. Or we didn't happen to get a key, did we?
No.
Okay. Well, we could pick the lock, or we could go back and ask for a key on our way back from doing some of the other tasks.
I don't know if they would have a key or not there, unless we found the assistant, who was possibly more likely to be here than anywhere else, but I would not be comfortable breaking in.
Are any of the windows up top open?
No, they are not. No. There is a window and door around the side, which is an option, and there are options for opening a door, as this party knows.
Six is gonna knock on the alleyway door.
There is no answer on the alleyway door.
Did you say there was a window out here to look in?
Yeah, there's a storefront window, a display window.
I'll go up to it and peer inside with my dork vision.
Give me a perception check.
Look with your special eyes.
I got a 19, and I have 120-foot dark vision.
So with a 19, you can see some of the displays inside pretty clearly. You found, the right place between branches of the little bush in there. You also see some things broken on the ground and some broken glass.
I fear we may be too late for the assistant. We should get inside. There's broken items on the ground. Likely a struggle.
Can I peer through the keyhole?
Yes.
On the side?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Dang it, I don't have thieves' tools.
We could buy some.
No, what kind of rogue am
We're
I?
the shopping district. We could buy some. That's also pretty bad for a rogue.
Oh my gosh, are you gonna walk up to people and be like, hey, could I get some lockpicking?
Do you have any, lockpicking tools? Anyone?
I picked, I rolled a 13 perception, and I do have, dark vision, 60 feet in darkness, and 60 feet in dim as if bright.
Yeah. What you can tell on the inside is that no lights are on, which is generally unusual for this time of day. It would be opened, usually. And you can tell that the door is not locked.
Oh, so I push it open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I just push it open.
Okay.
It doesn't open, it's a pull door, fuck you.
I'm not that. Don't put that on me.
Hey, fellas. I think I found a way in.
Okay, so you enter the kitchen.
Don't look so smug.
Smug me? What? That's just my face.
It is just your face. You enter the kitchen and break room.
Well,
And
6 should not be the first one to enter.
Well, he
Oh
is.
no.
Oh, well, I did call everyone.
Oh, no.
So we could reconfigure. I pushed the door open slightly, so if there is anyone... Yeah, I mean, if there's anyone inside, they would have seen 6, probably. But, I mean, we can reconfigure the marching order if you want to go in front of me. Be my guest.
pick your marching order. Pick your marching order now.
Hannah will not be going in front. As she said, she's not comfortable breaking in.
Great.
Well, so either Yor or I should go
Yeah.
first. Yor has dark vision also.
We got the party
So
of dark vision. Illivar has advanced dark vision.
hell yeah.
I love how the tank isn't going first this time.
That would be silly. The tank has to be there to catch everyone else when they get
6
checked.
is just shimmying.
So,
I guess I'll go first.
Alright, you're a second then.
Illivar is going first. Illivar, make me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't like
Yeah.
the look of that.
Oh, I don't either.
It
Oh
looks like,
no. I only rolled a 7 for perception. Yep.
Yeah, something smells.
It's very dark in here.
Kind of familiar. But,
is it
it's
blood?
dark. Yeah, it's blood. It's blood. Yeah.
Sweet. I am familiar with that
Yeah, I
smell.
believe so.
But right now, I'm not sure because it's mingling with other weird stuff in this place.
Yeah, it smells kind of wonderful, and this is a store that sells a ton of incense. The whole thing.
There you go. That's why it's hard to discern. So I will cautiously step in through the door into this bigger room so that it looks like there's a table on my right. I'm just like, actually, I would like to stealth in. I do want to be quiet.
Okay. Roll me some stealth.
Blam. 15.
So you're moving quietly through. There's a table on your right.
Yep.
There's a door ahead of you at the end of the room with a staircase right next to it. To your left is a kitchen. And as you move forward, you find a body in the kitchen.
I'm not going to go to it immediately.
Okay.
I'm going to go... Actually, I'm going to keep looking, but I will turn around. There's a body to my left. Can you check if it's alive?
Yeah.
And that way I can keep going, but if this person happens to be alive, Yor can tend to them. But I'm gonna do like a sweep and then start going. So you said there's stairs that go up?
Yes, there's stairs that go up.
And then I'll go up the stairs.
Okay. What are you two doing who are still outside, or are you coming in?
I am waiting for a signal to come in.
Okay. How about 6?
I think 6 is also going to come in, sneakily. So,
Roll me a stealth.
there we are, 17. And, yeah, I'm just gonna look under the table over here. Is there anything under the table?
Zerabel.
Yeah. It's been here the whole time, one step
She's
ahead.
like a toddler at, Thanksgiving.
Oh my god.
Give me a perception check. 6.
He rolled a 15.
Okay. So, with the 15, you notice that there's a little hatch under there.
Whoa.
That is a little bit of a surprise.
6 says,
It's flat with the floor.
6 leans out the door and he says, Hannah, I'm going to need your help lifting something.
Not wrong.
Is that okay?
Okay, fine.
Is that okay?
Yeah, she follows in, not even trying to be stealthy.
Okay.
That's fucking perfect.
Okay.
Do you shut the door after you?
Let's roll a d20 and find out. No.
Great. The door is ajar. Ilavara, could I get a dexterity saving throw, please?
Fuck.
So one of you is going to have to remember to close the door, because I didn't.
I never close doors, except always, including in video games, even when I shouldn't. Okay. Dexterity save.
Save.
Yay!
21.
Very nice. You manage to be able to jump backwards as a ball of web drops down from the ceiling above you
What
and
the fuck?
splats all over the staircase.
I would prefer to flip forward.
If possible.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that.
Yay.
Let's go for it with a 21. Yeah. Yes, separate yourself from the party. Yes.
It's for
Do
flanking.
that. It's for flanking. Great.
Because I'm a rogue.
Ilavar has flipped and somersaulted up, so we're moving you to the top of there.
I thought it was, for some reason, I was stuck where I was, so I'm okay with being back. I'll roll back. It's fine.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So we won't
Sorry.
say that you
Flipped
jumped
up the stairs is less. It's more weird and less cool.
Okay.
So, as the web is falling, I'll just run up the last couple of steps to avoid it, and then ninja run up the side of the wall and just bounce onto the other landing.
So you land at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you all do at this point? I think we needed to go back to your. Could I get a medicine check?
Yeah, how dead are they?
How dead?
What level of dead?
Boy, how.
10 out of 10.
Dead.
Medicine, right? Oh,
Medicine,
boy.
yeah.
It's a 3.
3.
They might be alive, you don't know.
This is just a lot of blood on the ground. There's so much of it. There's a lot of it. That's definitely blood. That's a 3 medicine check.
Don't forget, maybe you have inspiration.
True. You might still have
that's
inspiration.
true. No, I think if it's alright, yours probably stuck on just the emotional face value.
Okay.
So that's all. They really have the presence to think about.
That's fair. Okay. Hannah and 6.
6 just starts, looking like he's trying to lift the table and lifting the one end just a tiny bit off, and he's like, "Ugh!"
What are you looking... What are you trying to lift? Just show me.
The table, there is a hatch underneath the table, and I would like to check it out. without deigning to crawl on my hands and knees, if you would take the other end of the table, and maybe I will be able to help you on this end.
Okay, it looks like there's other more important things to deal with here, though, and she just gestures to the body.
There's just blood leaking out toward you guys. Like, oh, yeah. Also, web just got thrown at me.
Yeah, what are you doing at the top of the stairs?
I'm gonna look up and see what the fuck just did that.
Okay. You see a small hole in the ceiling.
And also draw my sword.
That's a good idea.
My sword. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I just see a hole in the ceiling?
Yes.
You're still down there? I think I've encountered something. A trap, maybe.
Oh no. Your kind of toes around the radius of the body and such and says, like, oh, sorry, love. I'm like, just a thing to get around to the stairs. What's with this web?
Can I use my ring of jumping to join Ilivara on the first floor?
I just really want to use that.
I don't know if it can be used like that, but yes, please read it.
It says you touch a creature, the creature's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
Holy shit.
Hannah's just gonna go over to the body and just have a look and see what they look like. Like, just what sort of state are they in? I'm not looking to get any sort of medical
diagnosis
thing from it. I just want to see what sort of position they're in, what person they are, etc., etc.
Could you give me a perception check? Anyway. Okay.
That is 7.
Okay, 7. This was a person. There is a lot of blood around them. They were an elderly elf, and you cannot figure out method or how or put together any details regarding location or whatever, but you do see a key ring.
So I'm just gonna close their eyes if they were open, and just say something I'm sorry, we'll do something about this, and join the others.
You can do it. However, I'm also going to say you need to do the full run-up. You're going to be using your cat climb on the wall, and you're going to be using the ring. If you didn't have all of those elements, like if you wanted to hand the ring off to someone, you may not be able to do it again.
I'm gonna wind up right behind Ilivara on the stairs.
Mildly surprised.
I get a little bit of webbing on my foot, and I sort of kick it a bit, trying to flick it off. This is gross.
Can we stick some to your tail?
Don't.
So as Hannah makes her way up the stairs, she's just going to pull out her greatsword, stick it on the ground in front of her, and just push up. So as she's moving, she's just making a path in the web.
Yeah, you can cut through that.
Practical solutions.
Okay, and Okay, Ilvar, at the top of the stairs, there is a door closed ahead of you on one end of the landing, and on the other side of the landing to your right is another door that is closed.
She's just sort of crouched, especially so she's left-handed, so she has her sword in her left hand, so her right hand is kind of extended towards Six, whoa, oh, it's you.
Hello.
And it kind of relaxes. So the webbing came from above.
Six looks up above at the gaping hole.
Is it gaping?
It looks kind of like a little bit like a spigot. It's like a drop of this came out, a liquid drop, and then just splash everywhere.
Oh, ugh.
Hey, I'm trying very specifically to not go in that direction. And
I appreciate it.
I just think that's cool.
I mean, I respect it.
So it's not a gaping hole. Six just looks at it.
AC's like, please stop saying.
It is a tight,
Sorry,
tight
Lizzie.
Stop
hole.
saying gaping hole.
You're terrible.
Okay, so I will turn, and now that we've taken stock of the gaping hole above
The
us,
tight hole. The tight
go to
hole.
the landing.
It's puckered.
Tight's not much better.
No. Oh my god. Okay, come on.
And then I will go, and I'll just kind of, I hear Hannah coming, so I know that we've got backup. I'll go up to the door that on Ilavar would be on her right, and just press my ear against it and listen.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
God, fuck. I got a 6.
Okay. It is not in this DM's best interest to remind anyone of inspiration. So, I will not.
I'm not going to waste my inspiration on that.
Okay. You don't hear anything extra. Nothing. You don't hear anything.
So I think at this point, Hannah probably would have caught up to everyone, just like, so what's going on?
Six just looks over, like, with his hands up in a sort of shrug.
Well, the corpse down there, whoever it was, I don't know. And I can only assume that... I don't even need to say it, do I? There's someone here. They're fucking with us.
It could be safety measures from the owner.
So what can we see up here? Is this just a stairwell?
It is a stairwell and a landing with 2 doors. There are no windows. The ceiling doesn't rise too high. There is like a little chandelier above the stairwell giving light.
So Six is gonna sit down and, like, pull off the last stubborn bit of webbing from between his toes. And while he does that, he has the idea to sort of look at it, because obviously this probably isn't like a normal spider. Should I roll something to examine the webbing?
Nature or Arcana.
Okay.
Can I try the door while they're doing that?
Yes, you may. The door is unlocked.
18. Both my nature and Arcana are only a +1, so...
Yes, 6. What is the viscosity of this white stuff on you?
That came from the gaping hole.
I have so many regrets.
Oh
my gosh.
I can tell you what white sticky fluid it is not.
Is that right?
It's not actual spider.
It's not?
No. It is magic.
Wait, it's magic?
Magic. Yes, it's magic.
So there isn't a spider up there.
There is not a spider up there.
Does it smell weird?
Like synthetic?
Like magic? Six is just like sniffing his foot over here.
What does Ilvara see in the room?
Yeah. So you enter into a nicely appointed bedroom. It is of a very good size with a pretty large bed. Nothing in here is particularly very fine or sparkly. Everything seems very eclectic. There's a lot of little things. Now give me a perception or an investigation roll. There are no living things that you can see.
I will do an investigation then.
Okay.
19.
What type of thing are you looking for? If you're looking for something.
I don't know, anything that seems out of place, maybe like footprints or something.
Okay.
Or maybe if anything was missing from here.
Yes, with a 19 investigation, you notice that the door to your left is ajar. And as part of your search of the room, your general going over of the room, when you enter the closet, you notice that a lot of things are missing. There are many empty hangers. Not too many, but like what's missing is like 5 to 10 things and a trunk is missing from the lineup of trunks.
Okay.
Hey, fellas. I don't think there is a spider around here. This seems to be some sort of magic web substance.
Oh, if there's no spider, I'm going upstairs then.
Just keep your eye out for any magicians who might be casting webs our way.
You just hear from upstairs. Okay.
We should be more wary of traps then.
Indeed.
Okay.
Well, Six is gonna come in and look for the pipe.
There is a pipe, but I want a actually, investigation it would be, because there are a couple.
10 investigation.
Yeah, on a nightstand you find 3 separate pipes, and Six picks one of them.
Which one do I pick?
You pick the average one. There is a nice one, and there is one that looks like it's still in the process of being carved.
Okay.
Out of character. One that's been carved would probably work better for this.
Yeah, I think the same. But Six, in character, would probably pick the prettiest one. But
Oh no. The least used one.
he's thinking about it because he smokes himself. He smokes catnip. So, he's like, oh, this is a lovely pipe.
AC.
We're gonna get Six very high at some point in this campaign.
So Six is just admiring the pipe.
Okay.
He picks the nice one.
We're gonna fuck up this resurrection.
No.
Very specifically, not a resurrection.
This.
Reincarnation.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna open the closet door and, make sure there's nobody in here.
Oh, don't go back in the closet, Laura.
Mind face. Hannah's gonna have to help me out.
With what? Getting
To get out of the closet.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, are you looking for anything else in the closet right now?
Nope, just an enemy.
None that can be seen.
And if any clothes look at me funny, I'll stab them.
I mean, they might. I mean, there's a chance they might.
No.
Worth doing a stab, just,
Okay.
get it.
I will just stab a couple things just to make sure it's not someone hiding in there.
Okay. Nope, nothing. No screams.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Then I'll retreat.
Okay. What about your?
Yours been sort of absentmindedly sticking by people within a certain distance. So at the moment, that is Ilvara.
Probably taking in some of the wonderful decor in this room. It's out
They're a
there.
little distracted,
Yeah.
but if it's that obvious, then they'll take note.
It's like you take a whole museum and you condense it into one room.
Ooh.
Almost, not quite. There are still things that are functional, like bureaus and some storage and stacks of books. However, it's also just I don't know, there's a lot here and it's not organized at all.
Okay, Six is gonna look for a quill pen because he has inks here, and if he writes a lot, then a feather quill would be good to represent the element of air.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
15.
Okay. With the 15, Six is peeking about and realizes that under some damask cloth is a roll-top writing desk. And peeking about, when you finally roll that up, you find an array of quills.
Are there any visual differences with the quills?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 12.
One of them you recognize as being something that is sold in the store, and it is a type of quill with a minor enchantment on it.
Okay. Involving an item with an enchantment on it won't mess up the reincarnation spell, possibly, right? It's not gonna, like, possibly mess it up?
6 doesn't know that, but...
Can I grab 2 quills, then?
Yeah, of course, you can grab all of them if you want.
Okay, well, I'll grab, I guess, 5 of them, and one of them is the enchanted one. And I pick one that looks like it has a lot of ink on it, and is maybe used a lot. I pick one that looks nice. I pick 2 others that look like quills. 6 isn't very discerning with quills.
So while that's happening then, if there's not another story, then Hannah's just going to go through the next door.
Okay. It is unlocked. It is a small bathroom with a very large, sturdy, nice-looking clawed tub.
Okay, she just looks in, sees it's a bathroom, and walks out.
Okay.
So, nothing here.
You didn't even check for ghosts.
So knowing that, then she'll pop her head back into where she saw everyone else go. And just say, other rooms are bathrooms, nothing special in there.
Do we have to grab one of his items from the bathroom, though?
No. Unless there are the oils. The sacred oils. Did you check the cabinet, if there is one?
No.
Well, that might be a place to keep the oils, perhaps. I was going to look... Does he have any, like, potted plants in his bedroom?
No, there's no natural light coming into this room.
Okay. Then 6 is gonna leave and head into the bathroom himself. And look around. Are there any, like, medical cabinets or anything?
There is one, yes.
He opens it up.
And a spider comes out.
Oh, no.
Face hugger.
It wasn't there, it was in the cabinet all along.
It just want to be friends. It wants to be your friend. You will be its friend.
Oh no!
Yeah, it seems like a very average medicine cabinet. Maybe it skews a little bit towards the more natural remedies side of things, but
He's a fucking hippie.
he works with a druid too, so it seems awkwardly intimate. You're figuring out that this guy needed a salve for his lower back.
Oh my.
Huh. Do I see any sacred oils?
No, you do not.
Okay, I'm gonna close the medicine cabinet.
Okay.
And I guess look around once more. See if there's anything of note.
Did you lot check out the downstairs, or did you just come straight up here?
I was waiting for your assistance to move the table so we could head down into that hatch below the
Was
floors.
there not other rooms?
Yes, there's a hatch underneath the table in the kitchen.
Since the upstairs seems void of any enemies or whoever killed the assistant, we can head back downstairs.
Okay. And she does.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Okay. So, what are we doing on the bottom floor with the kitchen and the table?
6 just sort of gestures to the table, and he says, now that we're all here, I suppose we could each take a side of the table and lift it up so that we can access the hatch underneath.
If I go over to it and look at the table to see the hatch, is the blood running down underneath it?
No, The blood is generally only in the kitchen part.
So, like, the blood isn't, like, running underneath it, so it... Okay. So in that case, Hannah would just say, I don't think an assailant left by this. If you look, and she points to the body, the blood isn't leaking into the hatch, which would suggest it possibly wasn't opened.
Probably missed it. So is that a door Hannah's standing next to on the bottom floor?
Yes, it is.
We should check that room, and then we can go down.
So she just looks behind her, sees the door, and goes, "Oh yeah, sure," and opens it.
Okay. So you open the door on this side, and you enter the showroom of the shop. This is the employees only entrance. Yeah, so I think the first thing noticed is the scent of the room just absolutely smacks you in the face. It's like a combination of sweet-smelling, flowery, woody potpourri with like cedar and rose, but it also includes a bunch of odd chemical scents.
I doubt that the sacred oils would be kept in the showroom of all places, so nonetheless, I will keep my eyes out.
Was they sacred, or was they just oils?
I thought they were sacred, but maybe I misremembered.
They're not specifically sacred, but they are exceedingly expensive.
I don't know where sacred came from then. Just my brain
They
invented
feel
that.
sacred. They're very important, but they're also extremely expensive.
So I'll start looking around for, like, the most expensive things I can see. Or what I think are the most expensive things I can see, because I ain't got no fucking clue about any of this.
Hannah gets to roll an investigation.
Yay!
I think
let's
I've got -1 in.
Yes.
Since I totally trust Hannah with this,
6.
Oh, yes.
I'm just going to be guarding the door,
Okay.
making sure nobody comes in through the way that we just did.
Okay, that's fair.
7 -1, 6.
A 6 investigation. Wow, everything is so expensive here, and you just know it, and there aren't even any tags. That's how you know it's expensive, actually. Because it's behind glass, and there are no price tags.
Can 6 take a look?
So I think at this point, like, Hannah would kind of walk over back to everyone else and go, maybe I'm not the right sort of person for judging monetary worth. Someone help me, please?
Everyone looks at 6.
Oh no, 6 rolled glorious!
Glorious.
I'm gonna use
6 gets distracted.
I'm gonna use my
with-
inspiration, because that's just embarrassing.
Okay.
So for the listeners, it's a natural 1.
Natural 1 on that investigation. And
Now I got
Okay.
a 20!
Oh, it's
Yay,
alright.
that's more like it.
that's an unnatural 20 on that investigation using inspiration.
High 5.
Yeah.
So, what's the most expensive looking thing here?
The most expensive looking thing. It is expensive because of its rarity. And you pass by cabinets. There are cabinets behind the desk that have the expensive things, right? That's where you get the tiny glass vials of sparkling gemstones. But as you walk around, you do notice that the most expensive thing is actually above the door to the employee section that you just came from. And it is a very large, 5 feet long red feather.
Is it a phoenix feather?
It's from a rock.
Ooh. The bird.
Do I know if that's useful in any sort of spells?
Give me an Arcana check.
Nice.
Oh, I got 20.
That's another 20. So you know that there are some spells that require feathers, and there are some feathers around here for quill making or for use as a spell component. But this feather it's in a place of prestige. this is something that maybe there is another one on tour. You're not sure.
Six is just geeking out a little bit over this feather, but then he remembers the oils. And did he see anything that might be the oils on his way around here?
No, but you did find some oils. They do not seem to be as nice or in good quality as what you are presumably looking for.
I suspect that they might be under the hatch, beneath the table, in some sort of oil cellar. And then he reaches up and he grabs the feather. He's like, I think this will do nicely. It's a clearly very prestigious artifact. No doubt the Master Spellwright held it in very high regard amongst his possessions, and it was, expensive amongst his stock, so I think this might do better for the element of air than even his quill pens.
Ooh.
Yeah, worth a shot.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and Six also sees the broken glass and toppled display cases. Not everything is broken, but there are some things that are broken and toppled over.
Are there any labels in the display cases that might say what was taken, perhaps?
No, there are not.
Okay.
The whole store is generally disorganized. The only thing that seems to be slightly organized is that it looks like all the books are in one section.
Well, shall we take a look at that hatch then?
Yes. Also, I'm not sure how Six is going to carry this 5-foot feather. You said it was 5 feet, right? Or
Yep.
Okay.
We can just leave it and get it later.
No, someone might take it. It's very expensive.
If they did not take it the first time they broke in here and killed the employees, I don't think they're going to come back and take it. They probably don't know the worst of it.
I think...
Does Six just want to chase it around?
No. Maybe a little, but, no, I don't.
Okay.
That would be undignified. Most undignified. If I had a cap, I would stick this feather in it and look rather dashing. That's what I would like to do.
I'm going to the hatch.
We're going to the hatch.
Six is just going to carry it under his arm.
Okay.
Okay, so we can all grab a side of the table and move it aside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Teamwork.
That's fucking teamwork.
Okay. So you move the table aside altogether. There is a small hatch under the table.
Six opens it and says, after you.
Okay. Could I get I believe it's a Constitution saving throw.
From me?
From
Wait,
whom?
what?
For, Six, for opening the hatch.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Here.
Hey, guess what? Is Yorin 10 feet?
Is what?
Is Yorin within 10 feet?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so this is why I've been nudging them around your people. Six gets yours aura protection bonus.
Oh, thank goodness, because I rolled a 7.
So technically that is, was it plus my charisma modifier, which is my spell, plus 7?
Okay.
Is that right?
No, what's your charisma score?
18? Or was it
So
4?
So it's plus 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was the same, because I know a lot of things derive from that. Plus 4.
Okay, so what's that do?
It's 11.
Brings it up to 11.
That's something. I'm just excited, damn it.
I know, you get to
No,
do
you
it
did
now.
good.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay. You are unable to see. So when you opened up the hatch, a very quick blast of light hit you in the face, and you breathe in something gaseous, and you are now unable to see.
I'm blind. Six just sort of like falls back, lands on his butt, and he's just like,
You okay, Six?
I can't see. I'm blind.
So at this point, Hannah's going to assume that he's being overdramatic like he usually is.
Okay.
Completely reasonable.
And she's just going to go to the hatch and just look in, because she's genuinely just assuming he's being overdramatic.
Okay. Could I get a Constitution saving throw? Now with what's the bonus from Paladin again?
+4. So 18 total.
Nice.
And that's with a +7 from me. Fucking
Wow,
hell.
great. So with an 18 total.
So yeah, 18 total.
Hannah does cough a bit because you open up the thing. Again, you have a light as something catches light for a second, and then a gas coming into your face, inhaled, and you're able to close the hatch, cough it off for a second, but you are still able to see. You're a little bit dazzled for a few seconds, but you're able to blink it out.
Does this count as a disease or poison?
Yes.
Like, hell yeah, okay. Lay on hands, baby. Your is, like, what do you call that? Like, half cradling. So Six is, like, upset about this.
He's like
and uses
crying, honestly. And he's drying the feathers.
Okay.
Poor baby.
Just blubbering. I'm blind.
Okay, so that's 5 lay on hands can fix that. It's okay, buddy.
Okay.
I gotcha.
With some lay on hands, Six is able to see again.
He blinks away.
And you are no longer poisoned.
He's like, oh my god. I can see. Oh, I can see. Sweet light.
So there's very clearly a trap beneath that hatch. I think we are in above our heads a little. I think we need to go back with what we have, report our findings, and go on to the next thing.
But the oils.
We could come back. They should know that a murder has happened here.
Yes, I don't think we should be here much longer. There is a murder that has happened.
All right.
Six, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. And he's just like sort of rubbing his eyes.
He's still like crying.
He's like rubbing his eyes and still tearing up a bit.
Oh, it's so sad.
Adventuring is scary sometimes.
I don't think there's much more we can do here. I don't feel good about leaving it, but...
Did you see anything while you were down there, Hannah?
I saw a flash of light and something sprayed in my face for a bit, but... This is beyond us, I think. So yeah, Hannah just, like, looks sadly kind of back at the body and leaves.
We should just leave it where it is.
Yeah.
Carrying a corpse through the city is going to cause a bit of a disturbance.
Yeah, we just have this giant feather. That'll be great.
We could tuck the feather on the body, and then... No.
What the fuck?
The feather is 5 feet long. We could maybe, like, use it to cover the body. Just cover the corpse with an obscene feather.
Let's move on.
No, I like this idea.
Could, like, put it on Sweetening's bridle to make it, like, one of those really fancy
Oh my
show
gosh, I love
ponies.
it.
Oh dear.
I think we're heading back to the first bastion.
Okay.
Yep.
So, are you carrying that big old feather?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Are you shutting the door behind you?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, it was open. Does it lock still?
I assume we don't have a key.
You don't have a key.
The key is on the body, and I don't wanna mess with that.
Oh yeah, we could have looked on the body for a key, but maybe that would have been disrespectful.
Hannah did look, but she chose not to take the keyring.
I'm gonna go take the keyring then.
Okay.
We can turn it into Hyacinth after we lock this door.
Okay.
How much blood is covered on these keys?
Like a silly amount. It's sticky.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are leaving the eccentric eclectic and heading back to the First Bastion Mercenary Company forts. A little worse for wear, but you learned some things, you collected some stuff, and importantly, there's a dead body to report.
Yeah.
Six is gonna try to tickle the back of Hannah's neck while they walk back to the First Bastion Mercenary Company.
Oh, it's so comedic.
Just from 5 feet away.
Hannah's gonna kill you.
She is going to murder you.
Is he actually doing that?
Yes.
Oh dear.
She's going to turn around and break the feather.
No.
I mean, that's fine. I have 5 other feathers, but none of them as large. Comically large.
Oh no.
Well, can I get a perception check, please, from everyone?
Oh no.
Disadvantage for 6 for being a little bit busy.
It's like as she feels the feather on her back, she just turns around, grabs it, and
Hannah
makes a motion with her hand and snaps it and goes, Why would you do that? Someone behind me. They could be attacking me. Why would you do that?
And Six just looks at her, and he's got his tongue out
Okay.
like this. He's like, I got you.
Stinker.
I got you, Hannah, didn't I?
Hannah is going to agree with Tabitha-Daniel at the end of this.
19 perception.
20.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Oh, am I supposed to do perception too? Okay.
Yes. With disadvantage,
okay.
please.
Because you're too busy being a little shit.
Being such a little shit. Okay, 12 is my disadvantage.
Okay, 2 12s, a 20, and a 19. With the 12s, you notice that everything seems to be absolutely average on the way back. The same, kinds of people are milling about, but you also have a lot of people just out and about on a regular day when no one died, doing their errands and stuff. As you do. Messengers running back and forth, people being carted by in rickshaws on the street. So, perfectly average day. Lane. Your character's not named Lane.
That's my name, yeah.
It's okay. Ilavar and Hana, you notice that you see someone who looks a little familiar ducking into an alley on the side. And
do they look gnome-shaped?
no, they do not. They look dragonborn-shaped. And they are blue.
All right. I guess I'll just walk up. What was her name again?
Teva.
Eva?
Teva, yeah.
Teva. 6, I think that I just saw Teva.
He just goes rigid, snaps up. And he's like, what? What do you mean you saw Teva?
Oh, she went into an alleyway over there.
She went... Is it the same alleyway that we just came out of?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
No, I assume we're pretty far away at this point.
Yeah, you're about halfway back.
I mean, that's normal. It's someone we know. I don't think that Ilavar is alarmed.
6 is suspicious, but he knows himself well enough to this. It's like, I don't like her, but she's probably just going about her business. And he looks at his feather, and he's like, oh, you bent it. No biggie.
6, if you want a prop comedy partner, maybe I would be a better choice next time.
Oh yeah, true.
True. She has the train. Okay. Do you do anything else on your way home?
I don't think so. I don't think I would have particularly much to say, actually.
I guess Six would start tickling Yor with the feather. Since she volunteered. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
6.
Oh my god.
He wants up to Ilimar. Tickle, tickle,
Don't
tickle.
even dare.
This is like 5 foot long feather. It's so ridiculous.
Okay.
I do like to get peacock feathers for the cats. This is the only thing I can kind of compare.
I love peacocks.
But it's pretty awesome.
They're so mean. I love it. What entrance to the mercenary company are you using? Are you going through the front entrance? Going through the side entrance like last night?
Did they ask us to be discreet? I feel like that was a conversation.
They did, yeah.
Okay.
Not only to be discreet, that like there was a speech about how like you now carry a heavy burden on your shoulders, like that kind of speech. Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Six is just waving around a giant red feather, like the front entrance.
Yeah, not suspicious at all. Great. No one would suspect a thing.
Yeah, let's go around the back then.
Okay. So, where are you going? Who do you want to meet? Are you doing anything else?
We should call for Hyacinth.
Okay, Hyacinth meets you in the kitchen and asks what you found.
The others found more material things than me, but more importantly, we got there. The storefront was smashed up, and there was a murder. The assistant, I want to say, I don't know who it was myself. They were dead in the kitchen, and there was a lot of blood.
Ephraim. Oh no, who could have done this? Do you think it was, well, you know, the what have you been calling him? Doppelganger?
Mm-hmm.
I can only assume so. We thought we should come back first rather than go anywhere else, because I think this was a little more important that people know, and so it can be taken care of.
Oh, thank you. I will send someone to look into that right away. Oh, that's so terrible. I know he was working with Halros from the beginning with that shop, so...
Well, can't we bring him back too?
Well, I would have to check in with a couple things, but you have to understand, most of us don't actually want to be reincarnated in this unnatural manner, in this some people say it's forced.
Oh.
So, usually people leave wills. We'll have to look into that. 10 days. 10 days. I'll mark it 10 days from today.
Okay. Well, is that from the time that he died?
True.
We don't know precisely when.
Were you able to figure it out? I'll have to go myself. I've been trying to not leave just to make sure that someone stays here to keep everything running, but hopefully someone else shows up. Gosh, we really just need JT here to run everything. There's just so much to do. Okay, so you got there was a thing. Did you end up finding the oil?
No, we did not. But
I think that might be one of the things that was targeted.
Yes, there were some cabinets that had been broken into. There was glass shattered about. We did not see anything that screamed special oils at us.
Okay.
You found some other stuff, did you not, Zoe? And she looks around at everyone because she didn't find shit.
No, she did not.
Well, yes. I don't know if this is suitable, and he, kneels down and presents the feather like a sword almost to Hyacinth.
Okay.
He's like, for the element of air. If not, I've got several of his quills. His pipe.
Perfect. She takes the big feather, and says, I believe that this fight with the rock was one of his first, actually. As Master Spellwright, it meant a lot to him, so he spoke about it quite fondly. So this will do very well.
He just sort of, discreetly strokes the end, to, smooth out the bend in the,
Okay.
in the tip.
So that will be air, and we have a pipe. A pipe would work very well with fire. Anything for earth.
No. I looked for a potted plant, perhaps. Would a coin perhaps work for earth? I know in some systems that earth is associated with security and material possessions.
A coin? Maybe one of his coins. It might work. It's certainly better than nothing.
Would the jewellery work?
Jewellery could work, yes.
Earth and metals, and I brought back a load of the jewellery from where we found him that might work. I'm not sure. This is far above me.
Didn't we find out that wasn't his jewelry, though? Because we found it in the...
Oh, do you mean the stuff that Carpathius is counting?
Yes.
We can try one of those, certainly. I'm not sure if any were his, but maybe when Tabathaniel wakes up, he'll be able to tell. He has a good knack for those types of things.
My uncle has been asleep for some time. He is at his residence.
Actually, he fell asleep in the library. Tava's been taking care of him.
Tava's not here.
Oh, but I just saw her.
Which way is the library?
Oh, it's across the hall by the front.
We saw Tava out in the city when we were coming back here.
Six is just gonna run towards the... Is this it?
Yes.
He's gonna burst in there.
Your uncle has curled up in a reading chair, absolutely surrounded by books from the shelves. This isn't necessarily unusual for him, but this seems like he was up to some intense research. And there's Tava, looking pretty surprised that you're here, and just saying, Six. What? Be quiet, he's asleep.
Are you really who you say you are?
What are you talking about?
We saw you in the city. Is he poisoned? Have you poisoned my uncle? Who are you?
This is sudden.
Can we at least speak outside?
Yes.
Ava very gently shuts the door of the library behind her, and...
Do you have a twin or something? What is this?
No, Six, I do not have a twin.
Well, you can ask the others. They saw you in the city minutes ago.
The city.
And you were here the whole time?
Yes. Yeah, I've been going back and forth with Hyacinth.
And my uncle is healthy?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, usually he doesn't sleep in this much, but it was an incredibly late night.
A rough night, yes.
Yes, he was very busy.
Okay. Please pardon my rash accusations, Teva. If you'll excuse me, I must go back.
Jeez. And she goes back into the library.
Then 6 is like, that was Teva. Teva.
Did you check him?
He was sleeping.
You didn't answer my question.
No. But
we're going to go check him.
Okay.
And she grabs 6 by the hand and
I've already
almost physically drags him.
So much.
Okay.
To the library, yeah.
So you're just going straight into the library, no knocking, no. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's just going to turn 6 and go, you know him far better than I ever would. If you didn't check him, we don't know. We saw Teva out there, and we've either fucked up massively by not going to check who she was there, or we fucked up now. We can prevent one of them.
And, okay, the 6 is gonna look at Hannah in the eyes and then nod and push through the door again and be like, I'm sorry, Teva, but I would like to look at my uncle, please.
Okay.
He comes over and inspects Tabathaniel.
Are you being gentle about it? Or just kind of doing a whole face slap situation?
Well, I guess I will try to wake him, actually. Because it is pretty late. So I'm going to shake him gently and be like, Uncle!
6, what's going... Why? Why are you here? I've told you to never wake me.
Uncle, I'm sorry, but we saw Teva in the square, and now she's here, and I'm sorry, I wanted to make sure you were all right.
I'm fine. I'm...
Okay.
Here, I guess. Absolutely fine.
I am glad. I'm so glad. Okay, goodbye, Uncle.
She just puts her hand on 6's shoulder.
He just walks out. It's too much for him. He's so embarrassed.
And if you hadn't checked, we wouldn't know.
You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah.
Okay. I think that's where we're wrapping up right now.
Yes.
I love it.
I can't believe I just said something like that. Just came to my mind. Is we fucked up either there or here, and we can prevent one of them.
No,
I was like,
that was very persuasive.
Yeah.
Very persuasive.
Ooh. City and Snow is part of Novi Studios and takes place in the setting of Lanamora ages before the events of the Legends of Lanamora podcast. To find more City and Snow content, share your thoughts or predictions, or keep up with the silliness, check out the Twitter account City and Snow. Thanks again to my wonderful players. How can people find you all?
I'm Anna, and you can find me on Twitter at unrulycryptid. You can also visit my website, annahannon.com.
I'm Lane. You can find me at Line the Order on Twitter, and possibly in the future, Star Harpy Studio on Twitter.
I'm Izzy, and you can find me at Squishy Night on Twitter.
I'm Miranda, and you can find me at Potato Farm on Twitter and itch.io.
I'm Lizzie, and you can find me at Lizzie_BR on Twitter. That is Lizzie with 1Z_BR on Twitter. To check out more shows and streams for Novi Studios, visit novistudio.io. That's NOVI studio.io. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.